in Arusha, Tanzania, beautiful Arusha. Lisa decided that we should, relax a bit whilst she tells her stories. So day 4 today, and we're with amazing Lisa. Please tell us about yourself.
My name is Lisa Dick. I'm a registered nurse from Canada, and this is my 4th year at the conference.
Ooh,
Yeah.
4 years. So you've been here from the beginning.
I'm here from the beginning, yeah.
Okay. And what kind of things have you been involved in since?
Yeah, I'm mostly involved in the nursing workshops, which vary to various topics. In the last couple of years, I've been more focused on breastfeeding, and then I just kind of dip in as we have more educators come, especially our international or African teachers. We like to get them more involved, and I like to take a step back. So yeah, I assist with wherever is needed.
Okay, that's amazing. How have you seen the conference evolve?
Yeah, I mean, our number of attendees has grown. I couldn't tell you the numbers, but I do know that this year is our largest with, I believe we have 20 African countries and 4 additional other countries represented. So that's very cool. Yeah, because what started off as a very small, let's reach the other hospitals in Tanzania that maybe we haven't visited, has turned into a international conference, which is very cool.
Very, very cool. And just yesterday during the banquet, seeing everyone in their traditional attires and everyone just proudly saying, this is where I'm from, this is who I am, but I'm here to celebrate with you. And we're all having the same goal.
Yes.
It's beautiful. I think that really is the word. Okay, so what kind of sessions have you been running? Have you been running any sessions, or has it been mostly organizing the nursing sessions?
Yeah. Well, before the conference, I did a lot of editing of our book that we promote here, Every Breath Counts.
Okay.
And then I gave a lecture on improving lactation in the NICU. And then I've just been helping out with teaching CPAP. I did a do-it-yourself CPAP, which can be used anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been helping out with bundling, positioning on Tuesday. Trying to think what day it is. Are we Wednesday today?
It should be Thursday.
It's Thursday. I'm trying to think what I did yesterday and I can't remember.
You've been busy.
I've been busy.
Yeah.
Yes. Today we did advanced resuscitation, so that was very exciting. And then tomorrow there's a bunch of topics that I'm not involved in, but yeah, that some of the other facilitators will be taking on.
Yeah. What's been your favorite session so far? Like the one that you really enjoyed out of everything that you've been doing?
It's a hard question. I feel like there's pros to everything. I'm really passionate about breastfeeding. So in addition to doing a lecture, I got to join with 2 of the other facilitators to do a small workshop yesterday. So that was fun. Just to have conversations with some of the attendees about some of the challenges they're facing and just encouraging them and problem solving however best we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, great to hear. Lactation is a big issue generally, but more so in the low middle income context, considering we have high death rates for newborn babies. So yeah, it's something that oftentimes is also not paid attention to as much. So it's great that this conference has really brought light to the importance of lactation and breastfeeding. And pioneers like yourself, champions, I think, of the movement are needed. So tell us about Every Breath Counts. Like what was your involvement in that? What's it about?
Yeah, well, Every Breath Counts kind of came about when I was living and working here, and we just needed some sort of structure within our own unit. So really it started just trying to develop protocols for our NICU in Arusha. And then as we visited other hospitals to do teaching, there was very much an interest in finding out what we were doing. And so it just kind of grew and we had more people writing protocols and now it's a nice book that we can hopefully distribute and have people use to help just be a starting point for getting their NICU started or a little extra push along if they're having issues with certain topics.
It's available online in soft copy format. Like, how can people get
No, not yet. There's still talk about that potentially, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But right now it's just hard copy.
So you have to be in Arusha to get the book.
Have to be in Arusha or have connections to Arusha somehow.
Oh,
Or send your colleagues to the neonatal conference.
That's the book to get. Basically, come here to get the Every Breath Counts book and see how useful it can be to your setting. Yeah.
They're very basic protocols. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's nice to have them all in one spot and developed for, hospitals in Africa.
Yeah.
We're doing bubble CPAP, simple fortification of feeds and things like that.
Yeah. You mentioned you lived in Arusha.
I did.
And how long were you living here?
I always forget that, but I lived here for 2 years, I believe from 2016 to 2018.
Were you linked to the LMC hospital, the Arusha?
I was. So I initially got linked just through Steve. He kind of, Dr. Swanson, as some may know him, invited me down here to do some teaching. And so he convinced the director to take on a nurse, which was not very common.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I was able to spend 2 years just working alongside the nurses. And
so you must know Arusha Medical Lutheran Center very well then.
Arusha Lutheran Medical Center.
There you go.
That's the one. I do, yes.
Yeah, all right. So looking at the fact that you've been here so long, seen the conference transform into what it is now, what are the hopes for the conference as someone who knows it so closely?
Yeah, my husband and I were talking about this after the banquet yesterday.
Okay.
One of the things we really appreciate about the conference is when you come to a conference like this in Africa and people share their experiences and their stories, it's not about boasting or showing what you can do that's maybe ahead of the next hospital, but everybody is just very excited for each hospital and can relate to some of the challenges. Yeah, I just hope that things that are taught here can be, a small stepping stone for hospitals to advance neonatal care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Just simple like that, right? I think that's a simple ask.
Great. Thank you so much, Lisa,
Yeah.
for this conversation, for our feet
Yes.
in this lovely swimming pool and just enjoying Arusha. So yeah,
Thank you.